Once upon a time, in a village called Kijani, there were many creatures and humans living together. In this village lived a girl named Amina. She was very beautiful, with a calm and gentle nature. People in the village admired her beauty and kindness. The men of the village would often try to win her heart, saying, "Amina, you are so lovely. Will you marry me?" But Amina wasn't interested. She always smiled and said, "Thank you, but I'm not ready." Every day, Amina would go to the market to sell her goods. She had the best fruits and vegetables, and everyone loved to buy from her. But no one knew where Amina lived. She always came to the market early and left before dusk, keeping her home a secret. The villagers would whisper, "Where does Amina go? Where does she live?" But Amina kept it a mystery. She was happy to be kind and helpful, but didn't share much about herself. And so, Amina lived quietly in Kijani, admired by everyone, but keeping her life private. The villagers continued to wonder about the beautiful girl who came and went like a gentle breeze. One sunny day, a handsome man named Boko came to the market in Kijani village. He was looking for some fresh fruits and vegetables, and when he saw Amina, he was captivated. "Wow," he thought, "she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen." Boko couldn't take his eyes off her. He walked over and said, "Hello, my name is Boko. What's your name?" Amina smiled softly and replied, "I'm Amina. How can I help you today?" Boko was so happy to talk to her that he bought some fruits and stayed to chat. They talked about the weather, the village, and the market. Boko was enchanted by Amina's gentle voice and kind smile. He started coming to the market every day just to see her. They became friends, and Boko felt like he was falling in love. One evening, as the market was closing, Boko noticed it was getting late. He saw Amina packing up her things and offered, "Let me walk you home. It's not safe to go alone in the dark." Amina hesitated, but Boko insisted. She agreed, and they began walking. As they walked, the sky grew darker, and the air became chilly. Suddenly, Boko felt something strange. A cold hand touched his back. He turned around, but no one was there. His heart raced, and he felt scared. He looked at Amina, who seemed calm, walking ahead. Boko couldn't shake the fear. He stopped and said, "Amina, I think I should go back. It's getting too dark." Amina turned to him and gently said, "It's okay, Boko. You can go back if you're scared." She smiled softly. With fear in his eyes, Boko nodded and hurried back to the village. He ran and ran until he reached his home. From that day, Boko never returned to the market to see Amina again. He was too scared of the mysterious cold hand and the dark night. Amina missed him, but continued her peaceful life in the village. The villagers wondered why Boko suddenly stopped visiting the market, but no one knew the secret of that night. Amina had a secret. She wasn't just an ordinary girl from the village. She was actually from the deep magical forest beyond Kijani. In the forest, Amina lived with her family, who were not human. They had the ability to take different forms, but Amina was the only one who could look like a human all the time. Her family loved her very much, but they didn't want her to get close to humans. Her parents had always warned her, saying, "Amina, you must not marry a human. Our world and theirs are too different." They were very protective of her. When Boko started visiting Amina, her parents got worried. They didn't want her to fall in love with him, so they decided to scare him away. The cold hand that Boko felt on his back was her family's doing a trick to keep him away from Amina. Amina felt sad. She liked Boko and wanted to have friends in the village. She didn't want to live under her family's rules anymore. She wanted to be free to make her own choices and live among the humans. So Amina made a big decision. She decided to cut ties with her family in the forest and stay in Kijani village. One day, she went deep into the forest to say goodbye to our family. She told them, "I love you, but I want to live my own life. I want to be free to make my own choices." Her parents were sad, but understood her wish. They warned her one last time, "Be careful, Amina. The world outside can be harsh." With a heavy heart, Amina left the forest and moved to the village for good. She hoped to find happiness, and maybe even love among the humans. She continued to sell her goods in the market, keeping her past a secret. The villagers only knew her as the beautiful and kind girl from the market, not knowing the magical world she came from. After leaving her family in the forest, Amina felt a mix of freedom and fear. She wanted to live her own life, but knew it wouldn't be easy. To make sure she wouldn't be pulled back into her family's world, Amina decided to visit Leela's shrine. Leela was a powerful spirit known for helping those who sought a different path in life. Amina walked to the shrine and knelt before Leela's altar. She spoke with a soft but determined voice. "Great Leela, I wish to sever all connections with my family. I want to live freely in Kijani village, away from their control." Leela appeared in a soft glow and listened to Amina's request. The spirit nodded and said, "I understand your wish, Amina. I will grant you the freedom you seek, but know this: your family will not be happy. They may try to curse you to bring you back." Amina, with a brave heart, nodded. "I understand. I still want to go through with it," she said. Leela raised a hand and granted Amina's wish. With a gentle wave, the bond between Amina and her family was cut. But true to Leela's warning, when her family realized they had lost their connection to Amina, they were furious. Her mother, in anger and sorrow, laid a curse on her. She whispered to the winds, "May you never find happiness with a human. May they always leave you in despair." Despite the curse, Amina stayed in Kijani. She continued her life in the village, selling in the markets and interacting with the people. She hoped to find love and a sense of belonging, even though a shadow of the curse hung over her. Amina was determined to live her life freely, no matter the challenges ahead. She kept her kind and gentle nature, hoping one day she would meet someone who could see past the curse and love her for who she was. One day, a well-known merchant named Kito came to Kijani village. He traveled from village to village, selling fine cloth and beautiful garments. Kito was friendly and charming, and many people liked him. When he saw Amina at the market, he was struck by her beauty and grace. "Who is this lovely girl?" he wondered. Kito approached Amina with a big smile. "Hello, I'm Kito. I travel around selling beautiful cloth." "You must be Amina, the girl everyone talks about," he said. Amina smiled back and replied, "Yes, that's me. It's nice to meet you, Kito." Kito was captivated by her gentle voice and kind eyes. He started visiting the market more often, always stopping by Amina's stall. They talked and laughed, and Kito found himself falling in love with her. He thought Amina was not only beautiful, but also sweet and kind. After some time, Kito decided he wanted to marry Amina. He was excited and told her, "Amina, I like you very much. Will you marry me and come live with my family?" Amina, who had been cautious about love because of her past experiences, felt a spark of hope. She agreed to meet Kito's family. Kito was happy and took her to his village to introduce her to his parents. When they arrived, Kito's mother looked at Amina with a frown. She had heard whispers about Amina's mysterious past and the strange events around her. "This girl, she's beautiful, but there's something off about her," she thought. After talking with Amina for a while, Kito's mother shook her head. "I'm sorry, Kito, but I don't trust this girl. There's a curse around her. She's not suitable for our family," she said firmly. Kito was shocked and saddened. He liked Amina very much, but he respected his parents' wishes. He looked at Amina with a heavy heart and said, "Amina, I'm sorry. My mother doesn't approve of our marriage. I must listen to my family." Amina felt her heart break. She had hoped Kito would see past the curse, but she understood his choice. With tears in her eyes, she nodded and quietly left Kito's home. She returned to Kijani village, feeling the weight of the curse once more. Though her heart was heavy, Amina continued to live in Kijani, still hoping that one day she would find someone who could love her despite the curse. She stayed strong and continued her daily life in the market, admired by everyone, but still keeping her past a secret. Amina lived a quiet life in the village, doing her best to forget the sadness of losing Quito. She continued selling her goods at the market, and the villagers still admired her beauty and kindness, but deep inside, Amina felt lonely. One day, an old woman named Zara came to the market. She was known as a wise healer who traveled from village to village, helping people with her knowledge of herbs and magic. Zara noticed Amina's sadness and approached her. "My child, why do you look so sad?" she asked gently. Amina, trusting the old woman, told her about the curse and her broken heart. Zara listened carefully and nodded. "I see. The curse has caused you much pain. But don't worry, my dear. There is a way to break it," she said. Amina looked up with hope. "Please, tell me how," she asked. Zara smiled and said, "You need to find someone who loves you not for your beauty, but for your heart. This person must be pure of heart and brave enough to face the curse." Amina nodded and thanked Zara. She knew it would be difficult, but she was determined to find this person. One day, while walking by the river near the village, Amina met a young man named Musa. He was different from anyone she had met before, kind, gentle, and always helping others. They started talking, and Amina felt a connection she had never felt before. Musa didn't care about her beauty. He liked her for who she was. They became close friends, spending time together and sharing their thoughts and dreams. One day, Musa confessed, "Amina, I have fallen in love with you, not because of your looks, but because of your kind heart. Will you marry me?" Amina, touched by his sincerity, told him about the curse. Musa listened carefully and said, "I don't care about the curse. I love you for who you are, and I will stand by you no matter what." With Musa's pure love, the curse was finally broken. Amina felt a weight lift off her shoulders and tears of joy filled her eyes. They got married in a small, beautiful ceremony in the village, surrounded by friends and well-wishers. Amina and Musa lived happily ever after, proving that true love can conquer any curse. The villagers continued to admire Amina, now not just for her beauty, but for her strength, kindness, and the love she shared with Musa.